Moving to the north of Sweden and buying a house here came with dreams and ideas, of course. But never in the world could I have imagined what reality would offer after taking that leap of faith. In the past 2 weeks, I have explored hidden bird paradises, incredible mountain views, and my garden. I have had the most beautiful time, honestly. What a time to be alive. I welcome you, my loves, to this new vlog from the north. A glimpse into my quite adventurous life filled with wild animals, incredibly beautiful friendships, and endless, breathtaking nature. Grab yourself a cup of tea, snuggle up, and enjoy a little escape to northern Sweden with me. Spring season means the hiking season has finally started. Together with Jenny, we want to explore more of Jämtland by foot this year, and we started basically right in front of our door. My way of processing and decompressing has always been walking. Even in my childhood and teen years, I would walk for hours with music on my ears and just be out in nature to process whatever was going on. Now, being an adult and living here in Sweden, it is kind of the natural choice for me to finally start with real hiking adventures. This first small one was just a glimpse of what's going to come in the next few years, and I can't even tell how excited I am for that. Under the water, never knowing the sky and light that wanders. The wind that carries over far off fields, where every shadow bends and softly yields. Butterfly drifting by through the On my way home from that hike, I was so lucky to witness a field full of birds sharing a meal, and even a fox joined to search for his meal. It was a breathtaking encounter, as I have never seen so many birds of so many species before at one place. I uploaded a full video just about this experience on my Patreon page if you want to check it out. You'll find the link in the description. The perfect pancake! Yggdrasil on this side, the tree, and on the other side, the moon! Full moon! Frida! Perfect pancake. Yeah! Oh! I don't have a plate. Lol. Besides becoming a hiker, I am still on a mission to protect my system from the never-ending sunlight in summer. I came up with the idea to cut the blackout curtains we have into such pieces that fit perfectly into our windows and stick them to the frame with velcros. It was the cheapest and fastest method we have at hand right now, and so the hand sewing began. I truly wonder why everybody is concerned about the darkness and the long winters when moving to the north. I never heard anyone else sharing their troubles with the sunlight during summer. For me, it has been a real challenge as my body just doesn't slow down in the evenings naturally, and I have intense issues to calm down and therefore sleep. It feels like being on a drug you didn't agree to take and now you're super energetic but also extremely tired. I hope these curtains will help me to find deep rest during the bright months ahead of us. And if anyone else has more troubles with light than with darkness, please feel free to share so I don't feel so weird anymore. I finished the sewing. It was a lot of work. And it is not absolutely beautiful, but that's not the point. Now, the question is where to put these stripes. Because the idea is to have these, I don't know what they are called in English, but you know, these kind of things. To put one side on the curtain and the other side permanently kind of on the frame, so that we can now basically stick it in. We cannot use a regular curtain rod because where? We could hang it on the ceiling, but then still you have such a space between, like, you know, until the curtain starts. And the whole point of this is to have a blackout effect, and that we only have if we really cover the whole window. So yeah, let's see how we can do that. But yeah, I have now these things sticked everywhere, and of course I need to sew them on because they won't hold just with the glue, but it's good for first testing. I hope this works. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing as usual. So now I did put the opposites on, you see? Here somewhere. And removed the cover from the sticky part, and now we'll see if I can put that. So far, so good. Nice. For comparison, the sun probably will shine somewhat like this at, let's say, 9 into my room in May or June, because we have the midnight sun and it doesn't set until like shortly before midnight. And this would be the level of darkness maximum I could get when I want to sleep. I can guarantee you I cannot sleep like that. I can't. So this is the most cheapest, quickest solution. I am really happy about this. This is really good. Nice. Got caught up in the idea to make a flower bed here in front of our house with flowers who are fine with having this much sun because this is south. And I just discovered that this, what I freed from the weed now, are, what is the English word? That these are tulips. Tulips in front of my house. Just growing by themselves because probably an owner from many years ago has planted them. And I bought some seeds today for other plants that are hopefully home here in the north, so that the bees and all the other insects who pollinate and who make sure our earth stays alive, that they find food here. That is my dream. And that is what you do at 6 p.m. in northern Sweden, because the sun is still up as if it's like 3 p.m. It's insane. That's why I can't sleep in summer, because there's so much to do and I have so much fun. The gardening season is beginning. It's morning. It's like 6 in the morning, and this is the first time in like 2 weeks or so that I can walk in the forest, because the path is free of ice for the biggest part. And that makes me so happy, because walking in the forest definitely is a different feeling than walking by the street. Even though the street is very calm, but this is so good. Oh, wow. Hey, Frida, this is much better. Oh. Good girl. Come, hoppa. Look how happy she is. Yeah. Another thing that will probably take most of our time in spring is preparing firewood for the next winter. Last year we had to buy pre-cut and dried firewood, which was extremely expensive. This year we have the time and the tools to buy long ved, so unprocessed firewood that needs to be cut and dried. We paid only half the price for the same amount. And you know what? Splitting firewood is one of the most fun exercises to do for me. So even though friends did lend us their electric splitter machine, I prefer the manual work a lot more. And yes, I am aware that these trees died so I can have warmth in the winter. I do strongly believe though that we can love nature and live in tune with her, even though we use what she provides. That is another part of why I love splitting the wood by hand with an axe. It feels like intense validation. It feels like I am not taking her sacrifice for granted. Every piece of wood is more appreciated than if I shoved a whole tree into a wood splitting machine and then burning it. This way of processing firewood is slower and therefore much more mindful. You know what really tickles my brain? To pet these little things that the willow produces in spring. In German they are called Weidenkätzchen, which basically translates to willow kitty. And this is just something in my brain gets super happy about this fluffiness of this plant. It always makes me happy. Never fails to make me happy. So, pro tip here for spring. If you feel sad, go out and pet a little willow kitty. I'm here with Frida, and there walks a deer. And it just doesn't care that I'm here at all. Hi! You finally saw me. Look at him. Hello, my friend. Now he's gone. I mean, we can chill in the forest, but my dog is not so friendly with deer. Hey, Frida. Oh, you fierce little animal. Let's go. So I went for a little mental health walk because I don't feel great today. And I did pet willow kittens. Saw some random big birds that I don't usually see in the forest. And now I saw a deer. I call this a very successful mental health walk and a very beautiful day. I'm very, very happy I got to experience this. This is so beautiful. Something else that made my heart dance was the little surprise my husband got for me. He found an old, rusty hammock for sale on Facebook Marketplace for 200 kronor, just a 40-minute drive away from our home. Even though this is nothing we need, it is something that healed a part inside of me. I used to love the hammock we had in our garden when I was a little kid. I would sit and sleep on it during summer. It was a symbol of warmth, family, coziness, and home for me. Eventually my parents got rid of it for reasons I don't know, but I remember the heartache and how much I missed it. So now having one in front of my own house in the country my soul chose as our new home is healing a part of me in a way I am unable to describe at the moment. All I can say is this brought unexpected happiness and love into my heart, especially as my husband said to me, painting it white for me, I want to watch you growing old on this hammock, being happy in our home. And I love him to the moon and back for that. And finally, we end this vlog as we started it, with an outdoor adventure. We are going on a trip today, and of course it's snowing on that trip. Why is that special? Because it will be an overnight trip in the wilderness, in somewhere, I have no idea where exactly. But Katarina is going to lead the way and I am going to drive. to the husky farm now so we can start picking and then start driving north. Let's go. My dear friend Katarina from the Nordic husky farm had the idea to spend a night in an off-grid cabin in the woods by the Hellingsåfallet, and she asked me if I wanted to join. I guess you know my answer. What made that trip so special for the both of us was that its sole purpose was to push us out of our comfort zone. I have no experience with trips like these, have never spent a night at cold temperatures outside, far away from home, and have no experience with cooking outdoors. Katarina, on the other hand, has all these experiences but wasn't able to do such adventures in the past years due to her sickness. Now she's on the way back to reclaiming her life, her health, and therefore the ability to experience nature in its purest form. I am so grateful for this friendship and this experience. And I hope this inspires you to disrespect the impossible too, and just do what you love and not let yourself be stopped because of your condition or experience. Our path brought us to the northwest of Jämtland, and we made a few stops along the way to explore the shore. It was extremely windy that day, and the wind was cold and felt like it blew winter right into our bones. And, of course, we had to face some other obstacles along the way.
Oh no! Oh shit!
The road to the parking lot of the waterfall was blocked by leftover ice and snow, and of course we didn't have a shovel. But where there is a woman, there is a way. And we just realized I forgot my tripod at the last spot, so we will go back and pick that up. Okay, let's go. I think I got it. Found it. Look, there it is.
Poor baby!
Got it. Nice. I already was afraid it was lost. Oh, I'm so happy we drove back. Oh, now, look at this. Oh, so beautiful. Now we can finally go to the waterfall. And finally, there was nothing more to stop us from our little adventure in the mountains. We parked the car quite close to the cabin because it gave us both a sense of security for this first trip, and walked only about 1.5 kilometers to our shelter. It was about 5 degrees outside at that point, and we were so happy when we arrived and finally got to see this massive waterfall and unpack.
Far from all the things I left behind, I hear the call of restless skies, the dreams I couldn't chase, the moments I can face. The streets unfold into the night, and woven dreams escape my sight. The winds hum through the pines, a name that still entwines. The city is asleep, moonlight cut so deep, footsteps dragging slow, in cold air on my skin, it's pulling me back in. The silence starts to sing, I feel the stillness grow, surrendering to light that pierces through the night. Miles of stories told, and gravel paths of rust and gold. Yet still I hear the sound of roots beneath the ground. Footsteps dragging slow, in cold air on my skin, it's pulling me back in. The silence starts to sing, feel the stillness grow, surrendering to light that pierces through the night.
I slept in an off-grid cabin during a storm and snowfall at around 6 degrees, and I survived. We had a wonderful time together, ate real gourmet food and enjoyed the calm around us. I was definitely tired afterwards, but also proud I went through with it and now feel ready for the next step, whatever that might look like.
Hi, sweetie.
Well, hello there. We are doing a little unpacking session again, because I shared with you before, I am right now trying to build up some sort of web shop. And of course I have to test some of the products. I already tested the posters and ordered the biggest size to check if the quality is okay. And with this I will test the canvases where my photos will be printed on. I also tested the hats. Some of you already noticed it in some of my videos that I have these Lagom and Love hats. I am still trying to find the right design so that the pattern looks good. And I have something else that I will share later. But now let's unpack this baby. And I'm so excited because this is one of the pictures that is, I would say it's the most beautiful picture I ever took with my drone. And I wanted to have this on a canvas for this exact reason, because it's one of the most beautiful pictures I ever took. So let's unpack this. And I want to take this moment before I pull it out now, to thank all of you who have supported me financially, because of you I can first of all pay my groceries and my bills, and second of all I can build this web shop. So I thank you all so much for your support. You are making this possible, literally. So now let's look at this baby. Oh my god, oh my god. It is still packed in foil. I will unpack it before I turn it around, okay? There it is. Oh, I'm really happy. Oh, and it's like a thick canvas. I don't know if you can see it. It's like extra thick. Oh my goodness. I love this so much. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Oh, wow. 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 It is snowing again. Obviously, winter is not done with us. But I am happy still, because it is water for the earth, and we were being really dry the past few days, so this is good, right? We stay positive, kind of. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And I want to take this time to say a special thanks to these guys here. You are amazing. Like, thank you so much. I am overwhelmed by the love and support that you guys have for me and that you are giving to me at the moment, and I really can't put into words how much that means to me and also to my husband. He is still applying for a lot of jobs every month. He now started to apply for jobs in Germany, Austria, in hopes that he can do it remotely. I mean, he is in the IT industry, so we hope that maybe this will be a lucky choice. And so all this financial support that you are sending to us right now is simply, it just takes some weight off our shoulders. And in a situation like this, where everything is so uncertain, this is just, like a soft balm for the soul. So I thank you so much for your support. I also thank all my Patreons here for your ongoing support, and I'm so happy you are enjoying what I'm offering there. I already have some new things in the making that I will publish in the next few weeks. And otherwise I am, as always, grateful for every comment and every interaction and every idea and every story that you share. You also started to share some very personal stories in the comments, and I'm always so happy to read them and hope to give you some support and some inspiration by what I am doing here. So thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. And now a little foresight to the next vlog and what's going on in the next few weeks. So yesterday I finished my little garden project. I was a bit lazy because I already did some wood chopping before, so I didn't film, but in the next vlog there still will be some insights to how the garden looks like, and also some bushes that I appreciate to the moon and back that they are already there are starting to push out the first leaves. So we are really now slowly entering the summer season, the spring season, where things start to bloom and to grow. I can also see it in the grass that is becoming greener and greener and is start to lose its fade brown color. And it just makes me so happy to see nature becoming alive. But so, yes, this feels like a little setback, but it is just a small one because tomorrow we are supposed to have 14 degrees Celsius and sunlight, and I'm so looking forward to that, and the snow will be gone. So I received a text this morning of a friend of mine actually asking me, aren't you tired of the snow? Like, be real. And I'm being really real right now. I am tired of the snow. I don't need this anymore. I had 6 months of winter. I'm good. I'm ready for summer now, and then I will be looking forward to winter again, of course. That's why I moved here. But now at the end of April, when everything is slowly starting to wake up and to bloom, yes, this doesn't make me like my heart dance or something. It is just acceptance. So now, as always, I thank you so much for watching. If you want to know how this journey is going to continue, please don't forget to subscribe. And I thank you for your support, for your love that you are sending towards me, towards us. And I wish you the most beautiful weekend, the most beautiful time, springtime, wherever you are. Enjoy, take care, stay healthy, and see you next week, I guess. Bye! And now I go inside really quick. Ooh!